Okay, let's start week 7 with our new job. The, philosophy? Like assistant philosophy teacher or something? I forget. Forget what the full term for that is. Black goes with everything. Sometimes. Depends on the shade of black. Oh, I can't believe the weekend went by so quickly. It's the last week of the quarter, though, so everyone's busy studying. No big parties or get-togethers or anything. Even Latin House was quiet this weekend while we all finally got to our studies. It's been really nice meeting all these new peoples. But I can't let that slip me up on my very first college finals. What would poor Dominic think if I bombed out? He already thinks the others are a bad influence on me. Today's classes were mostly about making sure everyone understood the material on the test, which basically means tonight is even more studying. As I get to the top of the stairs about to get into my room, I can see Isabella standing in her doorway. She's just staring inside like there's something in there. I get to my own door and she's still standing in her doorway. I'm not sure if I should see what's up or not. Maybe she just wants to be left alone. Or she needs some encouragement to study. Then again, maybe it's something I can help with. I try my best to stay quiet while Isabella is still transfixed by her own room. Finally, when I get right behind her, I poke her right in the small of the back. That's a terrible idea. Ugh! Oh my god, Anne, you little coquetta! Hey, Isabella, is something wrong with your room? Oh, no. Sorry. She seems to go vacant for a moment and then just goes into her room kind of quietly. Now I'm actually a little concerned. No, really, Isabella, what's up? Oh, I'm fine. Look, my final tomorrow is a big one, and I've been studying all weekend, you know? And I still don't think I know this stuff. I'm sure you're doing great, Isabella. Hard work always pays off in these sorts of situations. You're sweet to say so, Anne. I think I just need to relax a bit, but with everybody worried about finals, nothing's going on. Heck, even Chad has to study. Apparently, if he fails another class, he's off the football team. Wow, I didn't know there were still athletes like that. He needs to clean up his act, but I'm not really with him for his academic prowess. It's just a lot of stress, you know? Yeah, I understand. Well, hell, you're here now, cutie. We can have a party for two. Well, sure, relaxation is important. Let's chat a bit. Isabella flops down onto her bed, stretching for a moment, then folding herself over to reach underneath it. When she comes back up, she's holding a bottle of rum. Come on, close the door and come relax with me. We can forget about the pressure for a little while and just have some fun. Oh, or I guess we could take a drink break? I don't know if I want a drink, though. I've still got studying of my own to do. What? No, that's what everyone's saying tonight. Come on, I gotta get loose here. What about your test tomorrow? You don't want to be doing it hungover. Isabella drops the bottle on the bed and wanders off to her desk for a moment. I close the door behind me. She returns holding a magic marker. She gives me a come-hither stare. Holding the marker at me with one hand, she lifts her shirt up over her belly with the other. Easy, you should know I always have the right answers, especially if you help get them all over my body. Isabella. Yep. Isabella. Come on, cutie, loosen up. It's not about loosening up, Isabella. It's about applying yourself. Do you really think you can't do this? Damn it, Anne. I don't know. Probably. There's a lot riding on my education here. If my grades drop, I lose my scholarship, and it's all for nothing. Hey, I understand that. I'm under the same restriction. I don't know, Isabella. I mean, you party all the time, but... well... Yes? Isabella looks like she's not sure she's about to be very mad at me. I don't think you'd be where you are if you couldn't handle it. Do you want to review your material with me? If you doubt yourself, you just need someone to help you see that you're doing great. Yeah, I think you're right, Anne. Sorry, I get a little nervous sometimes. It's hard to imagine you being nervous, honestly. You're so confident and sure of yourself. I heard that not like me in there. You're doing well too, Anne. Keep it up. For now, though, let's get some studying done. For the next few hours, we run over Isabella's studies. She actually knows her stuff really well. I'm totally going to ace this test. Darn right you are. Isabella comes over and gives me a big hug.
Thanks for the pep talk, cutie.
She gives me a quick peck on the cheek as I hug her back. Then I head out and back to my room. The next day, after her test, she's beaming from ear to ear. I'm so happy for her. Woohoo! Knew you could do it, girl. There is no spoon. D. Well, I think that does it. I don't think I could be any more ready for finals. I'm actually not sure what to do with myself now.
Hey, Anne, you have a second? I could use a bit of help.
Oh, Dominic. Good timing. I was just finishing up.
Are you sure I'm not interrupting? If you've got studying to do, I won't get in the way.
No, I'm fine. So, what's up?
I got behind in grading papers. I need some help to get them done before tomorrow. They're for final, so it has to be done quick.
Okay. Sure, Dominic. I've got time now.
I appreciate it, Anne.
I get up and we go over to Dominic's room. As I sit down, he slaps the pile of papers in front of me.
Okay, so this was part multiple choice, part essay problem solving. I'll take care of the essay portions. Take this answer sheet and just do the multiple choice stuff. That'll make things go much faster.
Sure, sounds easy enough.
Thanks, I appreciate you helping me.
His cheeks color a little and he looks away from me, getting started on his own stack of papers. We both start off rather quietly. It's not hard to compare the filled-in bubbles to the answer sheet, mostly a matter of putting one on top of the other and marking the differences. Dominic gets a bit absorbed in his work, not even really looking at what I'm doing anymore. So Dominic, what took you so long to grade these papers? I wonder if Dominic really needed my help, or if this was maybe an excuse. Well, either way, I am pretty curious about him. It couldn't hurt to just talk. So, how'd you fall behind? You're pretty good about this stuff normally, aren't you? Dominic is still distracted by his own papers. It seems like he only half hears me.
Oh, raid ran later than it should have. Damn DPS screwing around like always.
A raid? Oh, you play MMOs?
Oh, jeez. I hadn't meant to mention that.
It's okay. I dabbled in a couple of MMOs back in high school, but my parents said they took too much attention. Tell me about yours?
Sure. I can talk in grade. You know the basics, right? Well, I main tank for my guild. The boss we were fighting last night required the DPS to actually watch what they were doing, which they weren't. We probably wiped about 16 times. It was extremely frustrating, and I just went to bed when we were done. So now I'm behind.
Huh. I wasn't in them long enough to learn all the language, but you get the boss's attention for your group of friends, but the people who stab hard weren't stabbing hard enough. Is that right?
More like the boss was trying to kill them too, even though I had its attention, but they weren't dodging like they should have.
I get it. I just need to drink some water. Felt like there was a tickle in my throat. I'm surprised you like these sort of things. I'd have thought they were too frivolous for you.
Oh no, there's a lot to be organized for a guild. And as the main tank, I'm usually telling everyone the best strategies and actions to use to take down our enemies. It's a lot of fun, actually. And the teamwork feels nice when you can get it down.
Huh. It actually sounds like fun. I mostly only played console games when I was younger. Maybe I should try one of these out.
No. I'd say your parents were right. They're a lot of fun, but they can really suck your time away. You're probably better off focusing on your studies.
Well, at least not while finals are going on. We both chuckle at that as we finish up grading our papers. It's kind of nice to see another side of you, Dominic. I wouldn't have thought you'd enjoy games like that.
And I wouldn't have thought you'd have understood it. It seems like there aren't many gamers around this college.
I'm glad you didn't say because you're a girl. But yeah, I'm thinking of getting a console for my room if I ever have enough spare cash.
If you do invite me by, I'll bet I could whoop you at any fighting game you buy.
Ha! Good luck, chump.
Thanks for your help, Anne. I really appreciate you helping me out and keeping me company.
He gives me a quick hug of appreciation as we head out of his room. Together we head down to the kitchen to grab some food, continuing to talk about games we used to play as we go. Games that we used to play long ago back in the day. At an event. I can't believe all my finals are done. That was grueling. Winter break is set to start after this week. Apparently, there are makeup finals on Friday before they officially end the quarter. That just means I get to spend Thanksgiving with my new roommates. Everyone's pretty happy about their test being over. Even if we bombed a test, we're all just happy to have them over with. Most of us slept in today, catching up on the sleep we'd been missing from the last few days of studying. Since Sally and Rakesh are doing the cooking, the rest of us took the opportunity to watch some movies. I can't think of the last time the whole house got together like this. It's kinda nice. I can't believe how nice everyone here has been. We're all gathered on the couch and it's like we've known each other for ages. I'm so happy right now. I feel all tickly inside.
Hey, Anne, Max, one of you want to come in here and give us a hand real quick?
Everything okay in there, right?
Oh yeah, it's fine. We just need a little help with some of the cutting.
I can go. Or were you going to? I'll go. You stay out here. I'll help.
Okay, come on, Anne.
Oh, are you helping us? Thank you, Anne.
Okay, I'm trying to put together this lasagna. I have to lay the noodles down. Can you help slice the vegetables?
Sure. I pick up a knife and start slicing zucchini.
Oh, get these apples as well, please. I am making a stuffing.
Okay, I'll get those next.
Thank you.
Vegetable lasagna, Sally?
Yep, whole wheat noodles, chopped spinach, vegan cream cheese. It's gonna be great.
What about you, Rakesh? I remember reading some Indians were vegetarian.
No, I'm not vegetarian. I don't eat beef, though.
Oh, interesting. I'm glad we can make a meal that everyone can enjoy.
Yes, it's always best to respect everyone's beliefs and choices.
I couldn't have said it better, Rakesh.
It's so nice to see everyone smiling as we continue to cook. Once I've got all the cutting done, I take the goods to their respective cooks.
Oh, thank you, Anne. Here, put those in here. I need to put this into the turkey in a moment.
Actually, Anne, could you give me a hand over here? I have to lay the sauce out in good layers so it doesn't get all runny.
Sorry, Sally, I gotta help my boo. Let me help out Rakesh and then I'll get over there, Sally.
Oh, okay, don't worry about it. It'll just take me a little longer.
Here, hold open the turkey. I will stuff it.
You got it. So, do you miss your family this time of year, Rakesh?
Not especially. My family did not celebrate Thanksgiving or Christmas. Occasionally I miss India, but I am still very much enamored of the US. Actually, this place is so very much fun. I don't have much time for missing home.
Well, I'm glad you're enjoying yourself.
You have been most helpful to me, Anne. I appreciate you being so nice to me.
Of course, Rakesh. Thank you for being so nice to me. I was a little nervous when I first got here. You and everyone else have been so nice, though. It's been really great.
Well, it has been my pleasure, Anne. I hope we continue to get along.
Me too.
Yep. Thank you for the assistance, Anne. Is yours ready, Sally?
Sure is. Let's get it into the oven.
Together we gather out the various oven-bound foods and get everything set. For the next several hours, I help Rakesh and Sally in the kitchen. Cutting, chopping, snacking.
Anne, we cannot cook if you eat all the ingredients.
I'm sorry. I'm hungry. Finally, after all our hard work, we call the others to get to the table.
About time, we're starving out here.
Yeah, you can't rush perfection.
Yeah, but can we rush whatever you guys were doing?
Nah.
Sally sticks her tongue out at Max as we put the food on the table.
That turkey looks delicious, Rakesh. Nice work. Thank you very much. I didn't know you could cook too, Anne.
Oh, I was just assisting. These two did all the work. Everyone sits and starts digging into the food right away. We've got turkey, cranberries, biscuits, both vegan and regular, Sally's vegan lasagna, candied yams, and mashed potatoes. Oh man, I am so hungry. I haven't eaten lunch yet. This is making me really hungry. It's a huge spread and everyone takes some of everything.
Wow, this lasagna is actually really good, Sally. Yes, this is truly delicious.
Wow, yeah, this is really good.
Aw, thanks everybody. I'm glad you like it.
Everyone is quiet for a bit as we all chow down. I can see Sally sneaking a few scraps into a small bag at her side, probably for her puppy. I quietly slip her a few pieces of turkey as well. She grins at me and slips the pieces into her bag. If she's going to be feeding him human food anyway, he may as well get a nice spread. Finally, our meal begins to slow down as people start to fill up.
Ugh, so full.
That was really, really good. There's still some food on the table, but we devoured most of it. Oh man, that turkey was good. I'm gonna be having turkey sandwiches for the next month.
I'm just glad my lasagna got finished.
Everyone mumbles their appreciation for the lasagna. I think everyone's making plans for the leftovers.
Well, thank you, chefs, for the incredible food. If nobody minds, we always had a tradition at my place of going around the table and saying what we're thankful for. For instance, I'm thankful that a lot of you yahoos haven't burned the house down on my watch.
Boo! Isabella throws a biscuit at him.
All right. I'm thankful for new friends and a new year. I'm thankful for hot students and interesting new prospects.
She winks at me as she says that. I'm thankful for Isabella's hot students, and that Dominic hasn't found my matches and my plans yet. Dominic glares at Max while everyone else laughingly jeers him. Fine, I'm also grateful he hasn't found my liquor reserves yet.
Well, I think I am most thankful for Gamboge. It has brightened up several of my projects quite beautifully. Also, that my parents have not called yet.
I'm thankful for a house that understands my choices and does their best to live in harmony with each other.
Finally, it comes down to me. I have to think for a moment about what I want to say. Be thankful for all of you, but I have to pick one. I think I'm most thankful for my new appreciation for the arts and just how wacky college can be. I wink at Rakesh, who looks away with a goofy grin on his face. Yay! Meanwhile, we all chap cheerily for one another's speeches.
All right, that's enough of the love fest. Somebody did bring some pie, right?
Oh yes, full vegan pumpkin pie.
We all grab our forks back up as we all start talking at once again. It's a great meal and a great day with great friends. I'm definitely glad I picked this house to stay in. Ah, so cute. Man. Nothing? Whoa. Man, my energy went so low. Have I just been not... Maybe the schedule doesn't work well. I just thought it was because I've been doing so many events. Interesting. I should check my stats. 150 to 100. Well, I'm almost at 150 reflective, and I've got 100 creative already. So that's pretty good. But I guess we should start winter break. Winter break. I've gotten all my grades back, and I did fantastic. I was a little worried that I wouldn't be able to keep up my grades with all the craziness around here, but I've done pretty well. Still, being in this new place has been a little draining. I admit, I miss my home sometimes. I may be trying to grow past it, but, well, it is still my home. That's why I was so excited when my parents called to offer me tickets home. They even offered me 2 tickets, just in case I didn't want to leave one of my new friends behind, which I don't. Now I just had to get all my packing done. This is going to be a great winter break. I was a little surprised my parents offered me 2 tickets. They practically fought me tooth and nail when I told them I wanted to leave home to study. I think I've made my case pretty well. It must have gone even better than I thought if they're honestly offering to let 2 people come. I guess I should figure out who I want to ask. I mean, I'm glad I've made friends, but I don't know if the people here know me that well yet. Still, this could be a real test. I think I've done pretty well, but is this the kind of thing people would be okay with? I've never actually gone on a trip with someone who wasn't in my family. Heck, I've never really been on trips in general. Still, nothing else for it. I really do have to figure out what to do.
Knock knock!
Oh, Sally, you startled me.
Sorry about that, Anne. Hey, do you have...
Sally looks around nervously. After making sure the hall is clear, she shuts the door.
Do you have Vegemite's bone in here? Have you seen it?
I don't think so. Why would it, be here?
Sorry. Last time you all left, I let him out to run around the place and he went into some of your rooms. I'm just praying he didn't leave it in Dominic's.
I can't help but chuckle a little bit at her plight. It's amazing she's managed to keep the little puppy a secret for this long.
So what's got you packing up? Going home for the holidays?
Yep, my parents were even nice enough to spring for a couple tickets. I guess they miss me too.
Huh, I guess so. Wait, a couple?
Oh, yeah, they said a friend could come along if they wanted. I thought it might be nice to have someone from my new home see my old home, you know?
Oh, yes. It can be very enlightening seeing where a person comes from. I almost wish I could go. I can't leave my poor puppy alone, though.
Oh, I hadn't thought of that. Well, yes, it would be cruel not to take care of him, and he'd probably miss you. I'll ask one of the others, though.
Ooh, maybe some quality time with Max or Dominic?
Sally! Not those guys.
I'm just teasing. Have fun, Anne. I've got to find that bone before Dominic does.
Now I'm all nervous about asking people to come with. I don't want them to take it the wrong way. Then again, it might be kind of nice to spend some quiet time alone with one of them.
Like Rakesh?
Ooh, +10. Now that I think about it, Rakesh has been very sweet to me since I came here. A little weird, but very sweet, and that's how I think of him all the time. Also, he spends far too much time just lazing about this house. I think he might like to take a little vacation. I make my way over to his room and knock gently on the door. Just a moment. His voice is more muffled than just the door should make it, and I can hear some kind of rustling happening inside. Perhaps you should simply come in. What are you doing now? I open the door and look for Rakesh. He doesn't actually appear to be in the room. It does look like he's got a new chest. It's completely painted in wild floral patterns with newspaper underneath. He must have been working on this and... Oh no. I knew it. God. Darn it, Rakesh. Could I trouble you to lift the latch, please? Rakesh, how do you get yourself into these things? I go over to the chest, opening the lid. The inside cover is also painted, with images of leprechauns, actually. Curled up in a ball on his back, Rakesh looks up at me gratefully. I reach down and help pull him out of the chest. Well, how else could I paint the inside from the proper perspective? I understand. He places down a brush and a small flashlight on his desk, coming back over to examine his handiwork. I'd love to say I'm surprised, but I think I'm getting used to this, Rakesh. Rakesh grins broadly at me, evidently pleased that I'm becoming accustomed to his weirdness. Just don't paint my parents' house, please, when we go away. What can I do for you, Anne? Well, how would you like to leave the house for a bit? It might be nice to go out for a while. I've not been able to much of late. How about a full vacation? Oh yes, that would be very nice, but I cannot afford such a thing. What if it was free? I have an extra ticket back to my hometown, Rakesh. I'd love it if you came with me, just for the week. Really, Anne? You would let me come with you? Of course. You're a nice guy, a lot of fun, and you're my friend. I'd like to show you my town. Well then, who am I to deny you? I would be glad to accompany you, Anne. Great! The ticket is for tomorrow at 11 a.m. I'll come get you then, okay? Try not to pack anything too messy for carry-on, okay? He assures me he won't. I grin and wave goodbye as I head out. Back in my room, I still have a lot of packing to finish up. I call my parents to let them know that Rakesh is coming with me. They seem excited to meet one of my friends and say they'll have a bed all set up. Luckily, my room is still waiting for me. I half expected them to have converted it into another office or something by now. I'm happy they haven't, though. I get off the call feeling pretty good about my decision and finish packing in just a few hours. Just gotta drink some water before we go on this plane trip. I'll admit, I don't really sleep that well. Too excited. But I managed to get enough rest that I'm not totally groggy the next day. We catch a cab to the airport and then Rakesh and I board our plane and we're off. We chat amiably during the plane ride and even manage to doze off a little. My mom and dad meet us at arrivals and take us out for a nice dinner, since it's already a bit late in the day now. At last, properly fed, we come back to the house I grew up in. A nice couple of rounds of board games later, and my parents are ready to call it a night. They head off to bed as I show Rakesh to the guest room. I can't wait to hear what they thought of Rakesh. And this is where you'll be sleeping, Rakesh. I'm so sorry about my parents. I guess they haven't really been around much more than I have. Oh, it's okay, Anne. I don't mind answering questions about my heritage. I am rather used to it. Aw, Rakesh, I'm so sorry. They seemed impressed with your drawing skills, though. Where did you learn character art like that? It was a long story. The very short version is that I won a wager with a carnival worker. And she was kind enough to uphold her bargain while I recovered in the hospital. What? Wait, what? As I said, it is actually a very long story. You cannot even see the scar now, and I stay away from salamanders. You have a very colorful past, don't you, Rakesh? Well, I do love the colors of the world. I try to fill everything with it. Why should my past be different? I think that might be a very good life philosophy, actually. It has certainly led me to many incredible memories, such as the ones I have found here. A painting can never really be complete until you have discovered its background. Does that make sense? I feel like I am seeing a bit more of your painting, Anne, and I thank you for the chance. Well, you're very welcome, Rakesh. Thank you for agreeing to come. Your parents are very kind, very understanding. It is nice to see your parents supporting you so thoroughly. You sound like your parents don't support you. Rakesh looks away from me for a moment, sorting through his bag by the bed. He seems to be debating what to say. Perhaps mine simply have expectations, which yours do not. I don't know. My parents have a lot of expectations that I'm probably not living up to. I mean, I fought with them for weeks to get them to agree to let me go to school out of state. You argued with them for weeks? Oh yeah. They wanted me to stay in town and just get on-the-job training. I knew I wanted something more. You have to fight for your dreams, Rakesh. Otherwise, how can they be anything other than dreams? But how can we tell if it is a dream or a nightmare we are chasing? Rakesh looks almost wistful, like he's trying to put puzzle pieces together in his head. I guess you can't really know. But that's the kind of thing that adds color to life, right? It's the mistakes that tell us when we're using the wrong color in our painting. I'm not as good with painting metaphors as you are, Rakesh. Rakesh smiles, almost a little sadly, but gratefully. No, your words were most beautifully chosen, Anne. Maybe I need to experiment with some of the wrong colors for a little while. Thank you, Anne. He's grinning at me, but there's still a twinge of struggle there. I almost feel bad for him as he looks away and starts unpacking his overnight things. Complain about your parents. Let's just reassure Rakesh. Hey, what's got you down? Don't tell me you haven't been having fun here. Oh no, not at all, Anne. I'm so sorry. I did not mean to be rude to you. I don't have the relationship with my parents that you do. I suppose being here has made me somewhat wistful of that. I'm sure your parents still love you, don't they? Of course. And I them. And that can make it so much harder when we disagree. I can understand that. Your parents sound very strict. They want what is best for me. And what is best for them sometimes as well. Ultimately, Rakesh, you're the only one who can really tell what's best for you. Trying to force yourself to be something you're not is no way to live. I haven't known you very long, but, well, I've enjoyed getting to know you a lot more this past quarter. I may think you're crazy sometimes, but I definitely know you're an incredibly sweet, incredibly creative, amazingly noble person. And whatever you think you need to do to figure out what your path is, I hope you'll let me help you along the way. Rakesh looks at me gratefully, nodding his head slowly. You are very wise, Anne. Beautiful and kind as well. Thank you. I smile and reach a hand out to him. He looks hesitantly at my hand for a few moments. Finally, he shoots out a hand and grasps my hand firmly, slowly reaching over with the other hand to cup my hand a bit more gently, almost thankfully. Touching between men and women is something frowned on traditionally. It is something those in the West do so freely.
I am a bit envious.
His eyes meet mine, and I see him smile so genuinely at me.
Thank you for being here for me, Anne. Thank you for inviting me into your background like this.
Of course, Rakesh. I'm happy to be here for you, and happy you could come with me.
I should get some sleep. I do not wish to be too tired for tomorrow's activities.
Okay, Rakesh. Pleasant dreams, okay?
Yes, rest well, Anne.
Thanks. Aww. That was so sweet. I mean, like, the other people we brought over, it was like very high sexual tension going on all the time, but these guys were just so sweet together. Aww. Well, I head back to my old bedroom feeling fairly good about myself. Coming back home was good for me, I'm sure. If nothing else, it showed me that I made the right decision going away for college. Seeing Rakesh's reaction to my hometown and my parents, it's definitely made me feel better about my little town. But I know I'm meant to be somewhere bigger, that I'm meant to be out there in the world. As I get into bed, I reflect on my new friends and smile. I know I'll be back with them all soon, especially Rakesh, and all the new fun things the next quarter will bring. This has been a really good week. Probably one of my best weeks ever. Being back home has really refreshed me. My parents are a little rough. They even tried to talk me into just staying, but I feel like I can return to school and get back to my books now. I can't wait to start back up again. I even managed to have a great Christmas. Rakesh and I spent a bit of time away from my parents and got to see the few sights around my town there are. Mostly we just talked and enjoyed each other's company. Ah, so sweet. So cute.